Okay, distinguished members of the fourth estate of the realm, the press, my dear friends, I said I'm going to accede to the request you have made. This is an aside. Otherwise, I expect that after we deliver, what we feel we should address, that you go and do the synthesizing. I won't do your job and do my own. Like someone say, we should get down to the matter. Well, I will accede to that. It's not my practice. I like it that we are conversing. But if it is possible, I will sit down here and say 1, 2, 3 are the issues we want to discuss. Oh yeah, let me get a barrage of questions and I'll answer. But just to set the tune, I must begin by thanking God Almighty, who made it possible for all our endeavors in Edo to come to pass. Edo has fallen for the All Progressives Congress, and we are so happy. We are grateful to Mr. President and every other person else that contributed one way or the other to make that election result in the favor of the All Progressives Congress. I tell you a thing, when the argument was about Wike's cousin being the resident electoral commissioner in Edo State, I was busy laughing. The reason why I was laughing is that I know the man very, very, very well, who had belonged to 2 organizations where he was chairman and I was secretary. And so I know him like I know my name. They are first cousins. When people talk about cousin, it's not a distant cousin. They are first cousin. But I can assure you that the man I know, the wreck of Edo, Associate Professor Anubum, promise or not, is not a man anybody can push. Nobody can push him. The man is so self-opinionated, especially when it has to do with delivering on his job or his assignment. So I'm sure that Nigerians would have seen that the election in Edo was very narrow. The difference was less than 50,000. It is not to be compared to the time when difference of election result between the winner and the first runner-up is 200 and something thousand. In other words, there would have been some doctoring here and there. So you saw that it was less than 50%, less than 50,000 different from what the PDP candidate scored. I have not seen, we have not heard. What you would have heard would have been, even the REC himself expressed that concern, that there are difficult areas in Edo State where other logistic arrangement must be made. In fact, he particularly said that even they have hired motorcycles in what we call Okada to be able to go down to the hinterland of Edo State. I have not heard that the REC doctored any result or was unfair to any political party whatsoever. So I also congratulate him. It is his first baptism of fire. It is his first time he's conducting election into the governorship position in Nigeria. So that said, yesterday when we had our meeting, we had the pop champagne and we were clicking the glasses in celebration of that victory of APC, those states. The reason we did that is that we are sure that we are going to replicate what happened in Edo here in Rivers State come 2027. We are certain that we are going to replicate that in Delta State. I'm aware that there are some subterranean moves for Akwa Ibom to do one thing or the other. What is important is that at the fullness of time, very, very soon as we speak, the South-South geopolitical zone, we have governors of All Progressives Congress. So we're very grateful. The other point, the issues I want to raise are three. One is the charade called local government election in Rivers State. I won't speak to the issues in any elaborate manner because the matter is already in court. But I will only say that as far as we're concerned, that's why I say it's a charade. It's another attempt to disrespect, disregard, disobey the courts and the laws of the land. We're in court. And you all are aware that the Federal High Court Judge, Honorable Peter Lifo, had given an interim order. He had given an interim order debarring INEC from release of any sensitive material to recheck. What I mean by sensitive material is that voters registered should not be released to recheck because they are usually the custodians of the registers of voters in Nigeria. The order also debars the police and other security agencies from participating in the election. As we speak, the matter is still very fresh in court. They tried to appeal that judgment, that ruling, before the Court of Appeal. When they got to the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal said, in fact, they were talking about jurisdiction. The Court of Appeal told them that the judge sitting on the matter has every right to sit on the matter and that they should go back. So they returned back to the Federal High Court. I have always there's no sitting that I wouldn't attend. They went back to the Federal High Court and continued the matter. For them, it was a feeling that we need to stall this matter by delay tactics. They came. Right there, we saw Booth Party indicating interest. They applied to be joined in the matter, that whatever decision that the court takes on the matter will affect them. SDP also sponsored their lawyer to come to court to say that whatever they want to join, they want to be joined because of whatever it is worth, that any judgment delivered will also affect them. We saw another group, that applied to be joined to say that they are now the original APC in Rivers State. So all the issues were taken together. And the judge said he was going to give a composite ruling, make a composite decision on the matter. What is composite is that it's going to put everything together. That's why the court adjourned sine die and promised that they will give notice to the lawyers when they are ready for the ruling. That's where we are. Now, between you and I, gentlemen of the press, does the environment in the state show that there is something called election that will come up in the next 1 week? If we are sincere to ourselves, the answer will be no. Capital no. That's to show you that even as it is, they are still vacillating between opinions, whether to go on or not to go on. But as far as we are concerned, even attempting to go on, you are affronting the law. You are. And we're not in the era of the element when there was no law. That has long been vacated. There are laws right now. It is the history of what we call the modern political theory. So we're no longer at the realm where it becomes the end justifying the means, or rather, whatever you do, self-preservation, let's use the word, self-preservation. So we are being guided by laws. So I won't discuss further on that, other than to say that the governor should stop deceiving Rivers people. He knows that it's impossible for a local government election to hold when the matter is in court, when an order has been given or issued, and that order has not been vacated. It is absurd. He also should know that even when he does that for whatever reason, maybe to show impunity whatsoever, because none of us will go and hold the snake and say, no, you must not. No. It is the Lord that will speak. He should know too that if he does anything in that direction, it still amounts to nullity. That's what it is. It is nullity by all costs and at all costs. So he should stop deceiving people. I see some people are already the ones that say they want to run chairmanship and councillorship. I hear that some of them have put their houses for sale. Some are selling their lands. Some are borrowing money. To do what? Allow the scenario to be clement enough. The field is not clement for anybody to contest election in local government election in Rivers State. We have said times and again that APC is not afraid of running the election, not the APC that I represent. If it was our call, I mean our color yesterday, that color has changed. At the point the APC couldn't present candidates for election, was a period of leadership ineptitude and high-handedness, and the penchant to say, look, I am in charge, personal enterprise. But you have followed us the few months that we have sat in here by as appointed by the national chairman of the party and the national working committee. You see that the party has become robust again. We have introduced vibrancy back to the party. So we're not scared of election. We're only saying that the processes should be seen to have followed the law. It should be seen to have followed the law. It is not leadership. It is not an election that will be held at an individual's whims and caprices. We will not agree to that. And we started saying this long ago. It's not like we started saying it yesterday. And like you are aware, the environment in the state, I mean, if election will hold, people would have put posters everywhere by now. They would have even littered the town. They would have been going for campaign here and there. They would have been carrying megaphones and everything. But it's not, nothing is happening. At the end of the day, that which they want to do will be possible. That thing that their mother told them, our own mother has also told us. So that's where I would like to end on the issue of local government election.